Detroit is the favorite in this year's World Series, so why is the pressure on the Tigers to win Game 1 on the road? Welcome into the Sporting News Studios. I'm Tom Vandervoort. Now, the Detroit Tigers seem to have most of the advantages heading into this year's series against the San Francisco Giants. They've got Justin Verlander at the top of a rested starting rotation that has absolutely dominated the postseason, and they boast two of the game's most feared hitters, Miguel Cabrera and Prince Fielder, in the middle of their lineup. The Giants have a clear edge in the bullpen, and although they don't get to ace Matt Cain until Game 3, they do get to start the series at home. Now, I asked Sporting News baseball writer Stan McNeal how starting the series in San Francisco might affect the outcome.
For me, the key there is Verlander. You know, you go into this series and you look at the two teams, and to me, Verlander is kind of the big difference maker in the series. But if the Giants somehow beat Verlander in Game 1, then the whole complexion of the series changed. Then you start to think the Giants almost become favorites at that point. The Tigers, playing in a big park like AT&T Park will kind of neutralize some of the Tigers' power. Miguel Cabrera, for example, his main power is to right center, and in right center is the biggest part of the ballpark in San Francisco. At least as much of the ballpark factor, if not more, to me, is just the fact that there's a lot of pressure on Verlander to go out there and win Game 1.
Still hard not to make the Tigers the favorite going into this thing, I would think, Stan. What has to go right for Detroit to triumph?
I think you look at your big guys. You look at Verlander, you look at Cabrera. And if those guys perform up to their capability, they're the two best players in the series, I think the Tigers win. I think the other factor for the Tigers is to not let their defense hurt them. That's been their weakness all season. It hasn't shown up in the postseason yet, and it might not. You have Verlander and Scherzer. Both of those are high strikeout pitchers, which kind of takes some of the stress off the defense. But I think one thing to watch is just how the Tigers play defense.
And on the flip side, what do the Giants have to do to pull off their second series triumph in 3 years?
I think if they can just get solid starts out of all their guys, out of Lincecum and Zito, that'll go a long way in their success, because I do think their bullpen will be successful. I don't think the Tigers aren't going to score a whole lot of runs off the Giants bullpen. So I think that's a big key for them. And then I also think the Giants need to get off to a good start. If they can somehow parlay the momentum they've carried from the NLCS into Game 1 and Game 2 of the World Series, though the Tigers are favored, that could change in a hurry with strong performances in the first game or first two games by San Francisco.
Okay, but I got to pin you down on one pick, Stan, so how do you see this one going in the end?
I think Justin Verlander has been waiting for this moment. This is a guy who in 2006 reached the World Series as a rookie and lost both of his starts, made an error in each of his starts that led to unearned runs. I think that he still has that on his mind. I think he's going to go out there and we're going to see Justin Verlander at his best. He will stop the Giants' momentum in Game 1, and the Tigers will roll from there. I've got the Tigers in 6 games.
Betting on Justin Verlander, not a bad way to go. That's Stan McNeal. I'm Tom Vandervoort, and that's our look at this year's World Series.